It's my long-awaited review of the Gunnar Military Duffle. This is from Go Forth Goods. I wanted to take this on 2 trips at least so I could get a full appreciation for it before I showed it to you. I have it on as in backpack mode, and it is large on me. I do want to caution you that I'm 5'2", but I'm going to show you what that looks like. And I wanted to show you because I wanted it to be clear that it's a little too big for someone that's my height, but also that even though it's big, it's really comfortable and I can carry it packed out full, which is how I have it now. Most of the time my husband carries it, but I just wanted to mention that to you for sort of size reference purposes. My husband is 6'3", but I think probably you could go down. I had someone try it on that was probably like 5'7", 5'8", and it still looked fine on them. So that's that, and let me take it off and let's get started with this. And while I take it off, I want to tell you a few things. So Go Forth Goods is American made, and this has a lifetime warranty. And before we get into it, the leather is oil tanned, and it's got some amazing pull-up. This bag comes in 3 colors. So this is saddle, which is sort of their golden brown, and then it also comes in a more standard dark brown, which is their mocha, and then a black. So it comes in 3 colors, and there's opportunities for upgrades. So let me just show that to you briefly. This is the first upgrade, which is a zipper that runs, I'm going to say like 90% the length of the bag. The thing with the military duffel, and why I wanted to review this one in particular out of all the leather duffels that are out there, is this was part of it. One of the issues is access, right? Single access typically from one end. So if you want something from the dead center, you might have to remove everything to get at it. So this one is unique in that you can upgrade and add the zipper option. After traveling with it twice, I feel very confident saying that the zipper is a necessary upgrade. The other reason that I wanted this one is the straps are 100% removable. Obviously, they always are on most duffels on the side where you enter the bag. Not true for the side where you don't enter the bag. Some companies out there, you cannot remove this strap. So that was important to me because if I'm traveling by plane, I don't want this strap out there if I choose to check the bag. Even if I choose to carry it on, I don't want the strap out there getting tangled, ripped, etc. Not that it would, it's very thick leather, but I just don't want it out there sort of flapping. I want the ability to either use a carabiner to keep it closed and then take these off and put them in. But for me, I wanted the ability to remove these completely. So that's an option with the Gunnar Duffle. The other thing that I really liked is you're going to end up carrying a fair amount of weight, right? I have in here packed probably, I'm going to say 4 to 5 days worth of clothing for myself, and then I also packed 4 to 5 days of clothing for my daughter. She's 5 years old. It's a heavy bag, and sometimes I carry it. A lot of times I have my husband carry it, but if I'm carrying it, I'm not going to do it with a single strap. I'll only do it in backpack mode. So Go Forth Goods is one of the few companies that this is an option, right? I can get an extra second strap in order to facilitate backpack mode. And then the other reason that I really wanted to review this one, not just the features and the benefits of the bag and the fact that it's American made and guaranteed for life, but they give back. So it's really important to find, for me, companies that you feel good about buying from them, you feel good about patronizing them and giving them your business. They give 10% to charity. So that's just, I don't know, it's really nice in this day and age to find people that are committed to being American made, even though it might cost more to make or it might be a little harder to pull off. I just have a lot of respect for that. And then the fact that on top of it they're giving back, this just made this bag a home run for me. So let me just show you. I'm going to take the straps off right now, just so we can talk about the interior of the bag and what I packed in here. And the straps have a very generous, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. If you watch my nuts and bolts, you'll see I give the exact specs of the bag and the straps and all of that. But that's a really nice option in terms of the length. So there's a lot of options there, and if you're on the shorter side, I wouldn't be afraid to ask them to punch in a few more holes for you. So let me set that down. And actually, before I do that, I'm just going to do this because I want you to see the thickness of the leather that I'm talking about, and sort of the quality of the hardware. It's really, it's these little things about the bag that sort of make it sing. So let me take the second strap off. I'm going to tilt it up so you can see how it's being held together if you're not familiar with the military style. So there is this sort of oval loop that goes through 4 grommets, and then when you strap this in, that's what keeps it shut. So let me take this one off. And before I get in, I want to show you this. This is really unique. Go and watch Nathan, this is his company, Go Forth Goods. He's the founder. How he did this strap. It's really nice. They could have gone with just this, but it's reinforced with this extra thick piece of leather here. And what it makes for is just a really nice carry. And there's no doubt in my mind that this handle is not coming off. It's extremely thick leather. And I'll put a still at the end for you so you can appreciate what I'm saying. And it's also with this extra strap. It's very comfortable to carry. Again, I have it packed pretty full. No issues for me to lift it up. Okay, so let's get in here. So take a peek. I don't know if you can see that, but how I've packed it full and that it's unlined, meaning it's the raw suede interior, and this leather is super thick. So the way that you're supposed to, because I obviously didn't do it that way, the way that you're supposed to pack out a military duffel is with the intention that you'll roll everything in. And I'll show you. I did do some of the rolling. I just didn't do it like the technical way that they do it. What I recommend, and I like this bag because we do a ton of road trips, and we'll do really long road trips. So I'll usually have a stop every like 4 to 6 hours, and we'll spend the night somewhere if we have a long road trip ahead of us. And I like the ease of being able to carry in one bag to the hotel and sort of leave everything else in the car. So this bag will be that bag. And so I like to pack in at the top the things that I'm for sure going to need for at least one night's hotel stay. So I put my pajamas at the top, and this is what I mean. Like if you roll your stuff like this and you pack it in, you can get stuff in sort of all the nooks and crannies of the bag and take advantage of the fact that it's circular, versus just your standard issue folding it like this. You're not going to be able to get as much in there, and you're not going to be able to pull it out simply. So the rolling I highly recommend. The reason I say I didn't do it the way you're supposed to do it is because I didn't wrap an entire, like, this is the top of my pajamas, but I think technically you're supposed to wrap sort of whole outfits together. And I did do that at the bottom because I found that that was actually really useful. And then this is the other thing that I found. I packed my stuff and my daughter's stuff. I bought these. There's nothing in the interior of the bag. There's not pockets. There's not separation with the, apart from the zipper down the center, there's nothing in there. So for separation, what I did is, so I put my pajamas on top, and then I bought these, which are shack packs. And it comes a set of 3 with a tiny one on top. And I put my daughter's clothes in here separated by what they are. So like one is t-shirts and one is bottoms. And then I use that to sort of separate my clothes. And that way, if I need her things, they're easy to get at. And I can also pull her stuff through the zipper. So if we have a road trip and she gets sick, which she's prone to do, I can reach in really quick, pull out the green one that I need without opening this, leave it in the trunk, and just pull out the green thing that I need, put her in a fresh change of clothes, and we're on our way. They're also sort of water resistant-ish, and the reason I say ish is that you'll see this is sort of like a nylon mesh, but here it's got this netting. So I think what that's good for is sort of not keeping your clothes sort of musty. And it also means that if you spill something, it easily wipes away. But these worked out great for me because they squish down and they become really nice dividers regardless of how full they are. And then the next layer is more traditionally packed. So I packed like a pair of jeans in there. And then I packed a fairly thick sweater. And these are separate. Again, I packed yoga pants because that's one of the few things I know I'm going to do when I'm on vacation. And then I packed a long sleeve t-shirt, and that was kind of my middle section. So it's kind of like odds and ends that I can just put together, throw on, and wear. And then I separated it again by my daughter's clothing, and I think this is her bottoms bag. So jeans and stretch pants and all that stuff. And I put that there. And then at the bottom are whole outfits. So I put like a whole yoga outfit in here, which is pants that have been rolled up with a shirt like this. And I was able to pack so much stuff, it's crazy. This isn't even packed out all the way. This is another, this one's a loose, of course, as soon as I tell you it's full outfits. This one's actually just a top for if I go running. So it goes with these ones, but I didn't want to pack it all together. And then I packed another like warmer top in case I am out doing yoga in the morning, and then I packed a full outfit, which is jeans and a blouse, and I rolled that up the traditional way and stuffed that into the bottom. So I actually have, let me think, pajamas, 2 full outfits, 3 pairs of pants, and 3 or 4 tops, and all of my daughter's things. So it's really, really roomy. And that's all. Oh, oops, I spoke too soon. And then I have another full yoga outfit, a shirt and pants. And so I actually could put a lot more in there. The only things that I'm going to say is I didn't put the traditional thing, which is your boots or your shoes at the bottom of the bag. That's just kind of a me thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The bag could certainly take the abuse of having the tread of your shoes up against the leather. It's really thick. It's really tough. I just personally don't want the bottoms of my shoes in here, and so I just put all my shoes in a different canvas duffel instead of a leather duffel. I certainly could wrap it in plastic, but just kind of didn't want to go that route. So no shoes for me go in here. Out of an abundance of precaution, I know some people do it, I don't. I also did not pack liquids in here, but I could have easily fit my toiletry bag across the top if I wanted to. But I am not a fan of packing my bags like to the brim. I just like to pack hopefully what I need. This is probably even more than what I need for 3 or 4 days, because I'll wear some stuff twice and I'll rinse some stuff out. But that's what I wanted to show you, is primarily just how much obscene things. Like, I cannot get this in my carry-on suitcase, but I can fit it in the military duffel. So to me, that was just sort of amazing. And then I also wanted to show you a couple of things. So here is how you get in and out of the bag, right? It's an oval loop, and you pack, how I do it is you pack the sides, make sure there's no wrinkles, and then you get down here and you pack sort of the top. So if anything on the bag is going to fail, it's likely going to be something on this end, right? But I want to show you what he's done to prevent it from failing, and why I have no doubt that this will last a lifetime plus. So let me just open it up. Check this out. So it's been reinforced with leather. He has this extra thick patch, and then it's been stitched at the connection point. And that to me is just like this level of detail with this bag that gives me the confidence that it's going to last a really long time. Things like the way that this handle is made, the thickness of the leather, the fact that it's got 2 rivets instead of 1. Just a lot of details went into this bag, and it's honestly, it's kind of a work of art. The fact that it's got really nice pull-up, that it's oil tan. And I want to show you one other thing, and I probably should have shown you this before. This is the part of the video where I typically talk about my version 2.0s, things that I want to see done differently in the next iteration of this bag. And it's empty, but for demo purposes, I want to show you. This is basically, to me, it's a self-contained bag, meaning I can have everything, almost everything, minus liquids, but I put those like in a tote or something, for a getaway. The only thing is I get out of here and I want to put my keys somewhere. I want to hook them, clip them, something. So my only version 2.0 on this bag is put a little leather loop, something like this, but much narrower, so that my keys can be hooked right on here, so that this bag is literally 100% self-contained, meaning I don't need for anything. I hook my keys here, I put my phone in the zipper area so it's easily accessible, and all I need when I get out of the car is this bag. But that's it. It's not even a critique of the bag itself, it's just a wish list. But other than that, I'm going to say this is the most perfect military duffel that I've ever found. I waited a long time because I was very specific about what I wanted with respect to military duffel. And I know a lot of people have been asking me to review military duffels for their husbands, saying they wanted to get them one for a present. So if that's you, thanks for your patience. I highly recommend this bag. This is Go Forth Goods, American made, lifetime guaranteed, giving back to charity. The quality of the leather on point. It doesn't get any better than this. Thank you so much for watching.